Are you looking for the best surfboard bike racks? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best surfboard bike racks on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Moved by Bike's Longboard Rack. Longboarding is a whole lot of fun, but going anywhere with a 9 to 12 foot slab of glassed foam is a pain in the butt, to say the least. For this reason, the versatility of the Moved by Bike's Longboard Rack takes the cake. This longboard bike rack was created by people who were tired of trying to fit a longboard into a shortboard rack. Spoiler alert, it doesn't work very well. The longboard rack features quick release bars so you can remove the rack when not in use, and a front mount that attaches directly to the frame of your bike, making it a whole lot sturdier. The back mount can attach a number of places, like your seat post or a rear rack. And if you've got a special situation, or need a specific mounting style, shoot MBB an email, the brand will get you set up. That said, depending on how big your board is, what sort of route you take to the beach, and a number of other factors, biking with that much board on one side of your bike might be an issue. If that's the case, check out the Mule, our favorite trailer-style longboard bike rack, featured below. This rack should work for most shortboards as well, but it's worth measuring beforehand just in case, especially if you're mounting the rear arm to a rear rack, or plan on riding around Venice Beach with the breeze in your long hair and a stubby little fish by your side. If that's the case, MBB also has a rack specifically for shortboards, which is our top pick for shortboards. Number 2. Moved by MBB Shortboard Rack. As stated above, there is a lot to like about MBB as a by surfers, for surfers kind of company. They put as much careful thought into their shortboard rack as they did for our overall top pick, the longboard rack. With extendable arms, it beats out a lot of its competition for seat post mounted racks. The arms easily come off and on, which is great if you're tight on space or simply don't want the rack on your bike 24/7. It has the same solid construction as the longboard rack and will hold up for many years to come. Get this rack if you want a strong, nimble, and reliable caddy to bring your shortboard safely to the waves and back. Quick release arms, solid build. Works with shortboards, mid-lengths. Weight, 4.06 pounds. Number 3. COR Surf Shortboard Bike Rack. The COR Surf Shortboard Rack is a solid bike rack for your surfboard, and is our pick for the best budget because it rings in at $10 less than the Hostevy option. The installation process is pretty simple. It only required an Allen wrench and about 30 minutes to properly attach it to the bike. The green might be a bit much depending on your aesthetics, but as the box says, you'll be visible to traffic. Which is true. Unless you're considering toting around something bigger than a shortboard, the COR Surf Shortboard Rack performs admirably at an affordable price. If you're not a fan of the green and are willing to spend a little more, the Hostevy sports a similar design but comes in solid black. Compared to our top pick options from Moved by Bikes, these racks don't have the same quick release system for when you want to ride around without the rack sticking out, but don't want to whip out the Allen key to get the rack off your bike. There are certainly cheaper options available on Amazon, but when it comes to a surfboard rack for your bike, something you really don't want to give out on you at the wrong time, we'd rather point you to an option that we trust, from a manufacturer that we trust, such as COR or Hostevy, than a no-name overseas brand of potentially dubious quality. Number 4. HO Surfboard Bike Rack. The Hostevy works with all types of bikes, whether you're on a beach cruiser, a road bike, a mountain bike, or a BMX. It's lightweight and, since it's made from aluminum, it won't rust in that salty ocean air. With anodized paint, shipping will be a thing of the past. The Hostevy was previously our top pick for budget, but then the COR Surf Shortboard Rack dropped in price and is now $10 cheaper. Both racks have similar designs, but the Hostevy is solid black whereas the COR Surf Rack has bright green arms. Compared to our best overall picks from Moved by Bikes, the main difference is that the Hostevy and COR Surf Racks comes with bungees included, and only the bottom U-shaped part of the rack has a quick release, whereas the MBB rack's quick release from the base, providing a much more streamlined situation for when you want to ride without the rack, but don't want to pull out the Allen wrench to take the entire thing off. Pros: decent price, easy to install. Works with shortboards, mid-lengths. Weight, 3.3 pounds. Weight capacity, not applicable. Number 5. SUP Wheels Standup Paddle Board Carrier. If you're a person who rides something a little larger, like a SUP, or even just a classic log, you know that it's basically, okay, more like actually, impossible to ride a bike with one tucked under your arm. Sometimes, even a side rack can be a pain in the butt with all that weight pulling you to one side. So, here's a trailer that is ingeniously simple. A strap attaches the front and back of the board together, then hooks over your seat. The back is attached to a small axle, and away you go, towing your board behind like a Roman chariot. If you have an e-bike or moped, then you'll want to opt for something that performs better on busy streets like the MBB Moped Surfboard Rack, which can support all types of boards. Pros: transports large boards easily. Works with longboards, SUPs. Weight, 7.4 pounds.